Let's chat, shall we? So, I am recording this Monday, September 9th, 2024. At this point, I think it's been a couple of weeks since I released the season 2 trailer for Joddie Tried It. I'm actually going to hear some clicking if you haven't heard already. I'm actually going to check and see. August 22nd. So yeah, it's been it's been a minute. That was over 2 weeks ago. One, two. Yeah, it's been over 2 weeks. So what's been happening? I want to address this really quickly in case you've been following along with the episodes and you're wondering like, hey, what happened? There was a pretty consistent cadence where I was putting episodes out pretty much every day, sometimes every other day. If you didn't listen to the trailer, I'll briefly say the season 2 trailer. Bcast shut down, and I found this out at the end of July. I had literally just gotten to New York City. I was there for a few days, and I think I just, not that I was like shocked, but it turned into essentially this spiral. And by spiral, I mean I finally found, after, let's call this my Goldilocks moment. So the last several years I have tried, see what I did there, Joddie Tried It. I've tried many different experiments, courses, ways to make money. And it was like Goldilocks. That's too cold. That's too hot. And then I started this podcast, Joddie Tried It. And I was like, this is just right. It was just right. And I felt like this is just my luck. Mind you, Bcast shut down and it affected probably hundreds, thousands, who knows how many folks. But it just threw me for a loop. And I also, within a week, I realized like I needed to make changes with my business and how I do things. I just had too much going on. And so it's not like I've been doing nothing the last few weeks. I've been doing things that you'll be hearing about in further in upcoming episodes. But it's been glacial. I think in terms of glacial, I feel like I froze a little bit because I had all this, not even momentum. I was like that, like getting things done, putting out episodes. I literally have a notebook full of episode ideas. And in fact, while I was in New York, I recorded more episodes. Before I went to New York, I recorded episodes. Since I've been back, I've recorded episodes. Right now, I probably have 5 episodes, maybe 6, that I could put out, and I haven't done it. And that's what I mean about frozen. And going back to the Goldilocks example, most of the episodes don't feel quite right. Some of them, I think at least 2 of them were repurposed episodes from the Snacky Says podcast, which is also my podcast. That, in the shakeup of whittling things down, the week after I got back from New York, I decided to put on indefinite hiatus in addition to my quick story podcast. So it's not like it didn't feel right. I have a ton of podcast episodes from Snacky Says that I think are related or adjacent to Joddie Tried It. So it's not like I'm never going to use it, but this is my way of saying things just haven't felt quite right. I'm starting over again. And the thing about starting over, being a phoenix and rising from the ashes, I'm going to borrow from the title of a young adult book. But first, a phoenix must burn. And what folks don't talk about is that it hurts. It hurts to start over. Change is good. It still hurts. And in my case, it didn't lead to total inaction because, for example, it was glacial. Like in my mind, this stuff was going to get done within a week or 2. Like I was going to get a new podcast host, which I did. Lipsin. Link will be in the show notes, editing Joddie. But I didn't set it up correctly. It was just a series of mishaps. Anyway, I just wanted to address that. There are other episodes, like I said, that I recorded, but I said to myself this morning, I'm going to record an episode and I'm just going to release it no matter what. And I wanted to start with this. So next, I wanted to do a follow-up. So a couple of months ago, back at the end of June, right at the end of June, I officially became an Amazon influencer. And with that means I have an Amazon storefront. I'll put the link in the show notes. I have been recording Amazon product reviews. If you don't know what an Amazon influencer is, it means I literally have a storefront. You've probably seen the links in someone's link to bio. I'll put my link in the show notes. But I have been recording Amazon product reviews. So most of the items that I have from Amazon, I realized after I started this journey, are, I would say, most of them for sure are the cost is $30 and under. So that means the commissions I'm getting aren't that high. So in terms of a follow-up, let's talk about what's going great. What's going well is that at this point I have over 300 Amazon product review videos and counting. And I've recorded those obviously over the last 2 months. It was very glacial in the beginning. It was haphazard. And now I have kind of a system, and I think I was really afraid, like, oh, I'm going to record these videos. I was pretty nervous. If you're keen, go through my storefront and maybe you'll see a difference. I think it's reverse chronological. So my most recent videos will be at the top, and the first ones, the older ones, will be at the bottom. And I feel more confident 2 months in. So I learned a lot. About, I have a tripod. I'll put that link in the show notes. It's been super helpful. I mostly do faceless, and sometimes I show my face, and you'll see that if you visit the storefront. I find the faceless videos are just a lot quicker to film and then move on. There are different schools of thoughts. Some folks don't do any editing. Some folks don't do thumbnails. I edit my videos for background noise. And more recently, I'm adjusting the lighting. So another thing that's happened is I've learned more about iMovie. I only used to use it to remove background noise. And when I had to, I remember a time where I opened iMovie, I was confused and scared, and I closed it and didn't open it again for probably 2 years. So good things are happening. What else happened? I recently got into creator connections. I don't have an update on that. It's in a way, it's official, that's not even the word. It's an official program for Amazon influencers from Amazon, where you can connect with brands and earn more commission. So right before I started recording this podcast episode, I was going through to see if there were any campaigns that I might want to accept or join. I think they use the word accept, but accept to join. What's going well, I'm going to get to not that it's not going well, but anyway, let's go. Another thing that's going well is that for the first time, I am making money every day. Amazon is net 60, so I actually haven't seen my first paycheck yet. I should get my first check or payment transfer by the end of this month in September 2024. So that feels good. I've been on a streak a couple of times, and then there was one day where I was negative because a couple of items were returned. And then there was one day where I earned 11 cents. Now let's talk about how much I make every day. It's anywhere between $1 and $4. And if you average it out over the last couple of months, it's probably like $1.30. I'm terrible on spot math, but like $1.30 per day. So to date, I've made over $100, almost $115. So it's not one of the reasons why I signed up was to make money, because I thought, I can make $50 a day. That's what I wanted. It's not the $50 I wanted. So yes, I'm making money. Yes, it actually feels super, super good, and it feels like a win and worth celebrating to me, because again, for the first time, I'm not selling, I'm earning commissions, but it feels good to wake up. I'll tell you what, I wake up just because I'm like a toddler or something. I wake up every day, usually around 3. I don't get up, but I wake up. I check how much money I made on Amazon or earned, and then I go back to sleep. And it actually feels good to see the money. So how do you make, this is in theory because I haven't done it, but my understanding is one way to make $50 a day would be to make Amazon product reviews for higher ticket items, which I don't own. Most of the stuff I now realize that I have, it's mostly under $30. I have a handful of products that are over $100, over $500, over $1,000. And to date, they have not been placed on the product page, at least that I can see. That's the funny thing about Amazon product pages. So I can do a review video and I can't see it, but I'll get a sale and I'm like, well, somebody's seeing it. Either they went through my storefront or it's just not visible to my eye. We don't all see the same things. For videos, they're placed in different places. So for me, I might see the video at the bottom. For you, you might see it closer to the top. I did not know what I didn't know about Amazon product reviews. I always thought it was just customers reviewing. I didn't know that you could earn commissions. So that's something to keep in mind, sort of like a tip. There's a difference between, it'll say something like videos, and then you'll see like customer reviews. So one set, and it's on a carousel, and it'll be kind of clear that it's a carousel, meaning there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, up to I believe 20 videos, and those folks earn commissions. And you can kind of tell because there might be thumbnails, and it'll have a title like honest review or review of watch this before you buy. Those are some of the titles that I've seen. Okay, so like I have some goals. These are all made up in my mind. I was talking to someone about being an Amazon product reviewer, and she was like, oh yeah, that could really pan out by December because it'll be like the shopping season. And I was like, you know what? That's my long-term goal. I kind of got hype during the last Prime Day. I don't think I made any sales. I have to go back and check. That's not true. I did have some commissions, but it wasn't much. It took me weeks to have a day where I made over $5. And I think that's only happened 3 times. Like today I made over $4, but it wasn't close to 5. So we'll see. I'll continue to update and follow up. I'm really excited about this program, even though it's not paying me a ton of money and I haven't received my first check, because I have these videos up, like I said, 300 at this point, and I'm going to keep putting videos up and doing my reviews. Well, same, putting videos up and doing my reviews. And I love the idea of next year sometime getting paid for a video that I created yesterday. One more note on videos. There's a lot to say about Amazon influencers, and I can't cover everything in this episode, but a lot of it just kind of depends on product placement, how long, like there are videos, like I was looking through, there are videos that I made recently 2 months ago it doesn't even have 1 view. They've never seen the light of day. So no one's looked at them on my storefront. No one has looked at them on the product page because they're not on the product page. It would be, I don't think that I have something that I've seen on a product page that I haven't at least gotten views on. Another thing I'm thinking of one item in particular. It was a nail polish. I had like over 130 views and not 1 purchase. So very interesting. Like clicks are great, but they don't always convert. And the way to get paid, the way to get a commission is the customer has to watch your review, put the item in the cart, and then buy it. And there are sometimes, like I said, up to 20 videos, 10 videos, and it's autoplay, I think. So they could watch my video and then watch another one and then make the purchase. And of course I wouldn't get the credit, and vice versa. That's just how it goes. All right, I'm going to end here. I just wanted to address my Goldilocks moment, which I am going to take myself out of by posting this today, September 9th, or the latest. By posting, I mean uploading, or the latest tomorrow, September 10th. I just got to get back into the habit of posting because I have a lot to say. Because even these last few weeks, I've tried so many things. A new podcast platform, new newsletter platform with email marketing with ConvertKit. And I have to get back to that newsletter as well. I've tried a ton of things. I'm actually going to record some new episodes and chat about that. Thank you for listening. If you listened in season 1, thank you. If you haven't listened to season 1, I invite you to go back and listen to some of the episodes. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for listening, and take care.